How is it that we basically had an hour conversation in this room, the pre-show, as we're getting camera and lighting corrected, and it had nothing to do with any of that stuff?
Right.
Talking about religion, talking about philosophy, talking about, you know, what it means for a potential campaign if they have one. And I'm like, this is cool stuff. This is going to be a good conversation. And then the first thing in 5 minutes, he's like, I want to talk about Jews. It's
I mean, do you think it's like
The first thing out the bat, I'm like, come on, really?
Was it on purpose?
Do you think it's that some people come into interviews knowing like they're gonna ask me about this? Because I'm sure I'm so bad at this, but I'm sure a lot of people go into interviews, especially when you're that big a figure with a target on your back, thinking like some journalist is gonna sit here and get me comfortable and then hit me with one of these questions that makes me look bad. I think in some ways it must be at the forefront of your mind going into an interview, like this is the topic that everyone actually wants me to talk about.
I don't even think you were going to ask about that.
I didn't think you were either.
About what stuff?
About his views on Jewish power.
I told
you were going to
them
mainly
before,
ask about the candidacy.
News. I want to talk about
topical,
like our show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I had a bunch of people say to me, Tim, you need to denounce them right off the bat. And I was like, oh, that's so tired. Like, bro, anybody who watches my show and who's honest knows that I don't care for identitarianism, racism, anti-Semitism. But Kanye West is one of the most influential guys on the planet. He's got people who genuinely love and respect him. And he's got a bunch of ideas pertaining to what it means to run for president, what he wants to do, and why he thinks he's the best. So I'm going to talk to him about that. And then I said, even before the show, I was like, who are we kidding, guys? I know this is going to come up, but you know, we'll talk about it. And they're like, we get it.
Well, I think it's like
they never even signed the portraits.
I think it's kind of like when they're skipping protocol. It reminds me of the times that we've had Marjorie Taylor Greene on, right? Some people will hear that you're having her on and say, you can't do that. She's controversial. She does bad things. I don't like her. And ultimately, especially if you have some kind of tension against someone, hearing them out and getting their perspective is the best way to form your opinion accurately. And often, especially I've known with Marjorie Taylor Greene, we've had people be like, I just sort of wrote you off because of all the headlines about you. But getting to hear your side and getting to your perspective has really altered my view. Maybe it doesn't make you a fan. Maybe it does make you a fan.
Hold on. Like all the media that are like deplatform. It's like, was that not a good display of the depth of their ideology? None. Unable to withstand 5 minutes of questions. I wasn't mean. I did not insult him. We talked beforehand. And I was like, well, what do you mean by that? I said, I don't use the word they the way you mean. I'm talking about like, and he just gets up and walks out.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't want to hear what I have to say about my ideas, but I have to sit here and listen to him. You know what I think, man? There's a reason why Ye is who he is. They say that celebrities, all of them, tend to have some degree of narcissism. They feel that they should be seen by everybody, and thus they end up putting themselves out more, which increases the likelihood of fame and notoriety. Yours truly included. I don't think I'm exempt for any of this stuff. I'm sitting here putting a camera in my face, talking to it all the time, and I talk a whole lot. But I think Ye is a guy who has risen to this position because he's assertive and because he's willing to do something like that.
Right.
Imagine you're talking to a guy who's got $1 billion shoe empire, and you know that if you say the wrong thing, he's out and you've lost everything. Yeah, he owns the conversation. He does. So that works for him in business.
Yeah.
Does not work for him in politics.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a single vote if you're just going to storm out and not do anything for anybody.